Today I will present my work, The Guts Game, towards designing ingestible games. I'm Zhuying from the Exertion Games Lab, RMIT University. So before I start, I would like to ask you, imagine a game. So the game does not have any peripheral devices which might cause burden. And to play this game, you might need to do some sports and enjoy your delicious food. Also, the game does not have a fixed duration. So the game ends time depends on your bodily functions. And also, the game is always available, so it could be completely integrated to your daily lives. Could you imagine such a game? So the emergence of ingestible sensors might make this kind of game come true. So the one we use in our project Guts Game looks like this. It looks exactly like a pill, and it can measure the user's body temperature continuously after users swallow it. It is an FDA-cleared device and has been commercialized for many years, and our research has been approved by the ethics committee from our university. So to help you better know about the ingestible sensors and our project, I will first show you the video of the Guts Game.
This is the Guts Game, a game that uses ingestible sensors. After swallowing, a sensor travels through the gut and measures the player's temperature, transmitting it wirelessly to the mobile phone. The goal for two players is to manipulate their gut temperature so they can achieve certain game tasks in order to win the game. While the pill is inside the stomach, manipulation of the gut temperature is quite easy through eating a hot food and drinking cold drinks. However, after the pill leaves the stomach, tasks of manipulating the gut temperature becomes harder, mostly achieved only through physical exercise or by moving between hot and cold places. Players learn about their temperature as well as how to regulate it together through in-game tasks and messaging channel where players are encouraged to take pictures to communicate how they achieve the tasks, all while the pill travels through their body for the next 24 to 36 hours or so. This game allows to ask challenging questions such as, can pill taking be designed so it is fun? How does our relationship with technology change if we can swallow it? What new game experiences can we design where the game's end time depends on the player's bodily function?
I've never tried such a game before. Your body temperature is an input in this game, which is amazing.
It was new to me. It could teach them something about how their body works, because it gave me information that I wouldn't have known.
With the Guts Game, we demonstrate that experiencing your body as play by an ingestible sensor can be a mesmerizing play experience.
So why we want to use ingestible for play? Because at first we think we sit in front of a computer to play computer games, and with the advancement of sensing technologies, we can use our bodies while playing the game. But we believe there might be a future that we can experience our body as play, which might contribute to a more humanized technological future. And we believe ingestible sensors provide such an opportunity to help us step towards the future of play. And we believe there are a lot of potential applications for a Guts Game and also ingestible games. For example, for medical practitioners, they can create better experience for patients who need to use ingestible sensors and also make pill taking more playful and enjoyable. And for engineers, they can develop ingestible sensors for non-medical uses, for example, for play and entertainment. For designers and HCI researchers, they can create more novel and playful interactions and experience with this kind of sensors. Now I will briefly introduce the design of the Guts Game. The first part is game narrative. So we designed a game narrative for the Guts Game. So we first invite players to come to our lab and have some delicious food. After they enjoy it, we said, sorry, you have eaten a parasite, and to aid the treatment, you need to swallow the sensor and change your body temperature to certain degrees to harm the parasite inside your body. So we designed this narrative to motivate players to ingest the sensor and make them feel relaxed and create a playful experience of fantasy. And during the play, the players can interact with each other by sending pictures and text. So the text and pictures in this triangles are sent by the players, and we believe social interactions can motivate players to engage in the game. And then we come to the task and the points. So the goal of the game is to gain more points than your opponent. By completing game tasks, we have 3 task modes. In general mode, we use an animated flame to represent players' real-time body temperature, and the players can choose a task by tapping one of the triangles. The number in the triangle represents the points the player can get after completing the task. After receiving a task, the player needs to activate their body to reach the task goal. And in feeling mode, the animated flame is stable, so the player needs to guess what the temperature is. If they guess they have reached the task goal, they can submit their task. And the closer their body temperature to the task goal, the more points he or she can get. And in the challenge mode, the player can set a personalized task and send it to the opponent to challenge him or her. So to evaluate the user experience of Guts game, we conducted a user study with 14 participants in the wild. All the participants experienced the Guts game in the real-world context. And we conducted semi-structured interviews after the game and used semantic analysis to analyze the data to generate 4 design themes. Here I will briefly introduce 2 of them, so if you're interested in more, you can refer to our full paper. The first theme is about bodily awareness. We found that the Ingestible game has the potential to regulate the player's bodily awareness. For example, when they're about to swallow the sensor, they usually felt a little bit nervous or anxious. At this moment, their bodily awareness is very high. But we use game narratives to make them feel relaxed and dampen the bodily awareness. And few hours after they swallow the pill, because they don't have any physical feeling about the sensor, so they might gradually forget about the existence of the sensor. But our gameplay and social interactions kind of remind them, okay, you still have a pill inside your body, which increase their bodily awareness. And also when they excrete the sensor, we send them an in-game message to tell them this condition, which increase their bodily awareness a little bit. Another theme is about human-computer integration. We found that our players really appreciate the experience that the system, the whole technology is very close to their body. So because the sensor is inside the body, their perceived level of integration is really very high, but under some conditions, this level might decrease. For example, when they meet some technology problems, and also when they want to activate their body, but they still need to look at the screen of the smartphone, and also when they randomly thought about the existence of the ingestible sensor. Under all of these conditions, the perceived level of human-computer integration might go down. So, in summary, our work is about designing ingestible games, which are games around ingestible sensors. We believe this might be an approach towards the future where we can experience our body as play. The understanding of ingestible game design might also benefit the design of biofeedback games, pervasive games, and bodily play. So, finally, play with bodily awareness can be fun. Thank you.